Now, if you ask anyone in the UK, they'll all say the UK is going to shambles.
What do you think of the UK?
Well, I did a little bit of research because science! And I found one town that may be poisoning its residents. I've just gotten off this train and we're gonna figure out today what is up with Buxton.
Buxton is a little sleepy market town right in the middle of the Peak District, literally under the word England on Google Maps, from the Romans to the Industrial Revolution.
Of course, there's Victorian stuff in here too.
This place has been famous for one thing: water. And it's this very water that might actually be poisoning the people who drink it.
Ew! Is this what's killing the town?
So today, I'm investigating like a true detective, and it's a good thing I came totally prepared.
This is a map. I don't know what direction we're pointed though. Good story, let's just go walk.
If you're gonna investigate a mystery, you start where people once believed in miracles. And in Buxton, that's the water.
Buxton was an old spa town. See, the Romans originally established it and there was like, I don't know, some god to a Roman god here, like god of healing, god of spa.
People came here to feel better long before anyone knew why, and that belief built the entire town.
Posh Britons came up here and built all these round things up. Like, I guess round buildings were big back then. Even the signs say the town is dying.
But even a dying town can tell you a lot about how it once lived. Buxton's hot springs were found around 3000 BC by the Celts, yoinked by the Romans, and then mysteriously vanished from the records for a few centuries.
This place isn't even named in the Doomsday Book.
Fast forward to the 1700s, when the rich started showing up for spa holidays. Then the Victorians roll in with a train line, some fancy hotels, and suddenly it's Britain's wellness capital.
This is beautiful. Back in the day, if you were a good person, guys, you got your name on a statue. Today, if you're a good person, you just stay out of prison. How cool. Whoa, it's an opera house. We're gonna see if we can go inside.
This opera house was built in 1903, and it was around this time when scientists revealed there could be poison in the water. After Marie Curie isolated radium and found it could shrink cancer cells, the world completely lost the plot. Marketing agencies went wild. Suddenly, radium was in everything: drinking water, toothpaste, lingerie, face cream. If it touched your body, it probably glowed. And the water in Buxton was also tested. It was found to have radium in it as well, which sent this town's popularity through the roof. But even before the 1900s and scientists understood what the magic was in these waters, everyone knew something was up. Mary Queen of Scots came down to Buxton for healing baths several times in the 1500s.
See, we even have a blue plaque here. So long ago, Mary Queen of Scots came down here from Scotland, obviously since her name, and she stayed in here because she was getting treatment for her arthritis.
And now, we get to explore the UK's oldest hotel, still standing here in Buxton.
Mary Queen of Scots liked to write on windows or something, and this is what she wrote when she was here. It looks like a seating room. It smells. We got all sorts of old books here, maybe? Oh, how cool. It's like an old advertisement, right? All I know, I don't know how old that is. Kind of dusty. That's okay. Okay, check this out. Sketches at Buxton by a rheumatic man. See, people from all over Victorian.
No matter the ailment, Buxton's magic radium-infused water was said to cure it all. And now I want to find the source of that radium after we explore this hotel.
We have an old book here. Old Hall Hotel. Oh, maybe the lift isn't here. But I want to see. Okay.
I waited far too long. The lift never came, so continue to explore.
Can you imagine coming down here in the 1500s on horseback, on carriage, coming here to cure? I think it was arthritis that she had. It could have been something else, but I'm pretty sure it was arthritis. Oh, I just found a toilet. No kidding. Anyway, let's get out of here and let's go explore the rest of this town, because this is pretty awesome.
Now that we've seen the royal accommodation, the next step in the investigation is obviously to find the water, which for some reason is hiding in a gift shop.
Do you guys hear that noise? Do you hear it?
This is where Buxton's warm water breaks the surface. The Victorians gave it a marble dome, but before that it was a Roman altar, a medieval shrine, and a magnet for anyone chasing healing.
It's the old spa water, you guys.
We found it! The epicenter of Britain's alleged poisoning plot. 27 degrees of warm optimism. And in true British spirit, I'm about to drink the evidence.
Okay, it's very warm. It tastes like shampoo. No, maybe that's just my hand sanitizer.
Maybe radium just tastes like shampoo and hand sanitizer. Either way, it's off to the underground to find the source of these waters.
We have over here a massive garden. All of these would have been holiday homes, Cavendish villages. That word Cavendish is big up here because it's the name of the dude that kind of architected this whole town. William Cavendish. Have you subscribed? Well, you should subscribe because this man just has. How are we going to architect all of these people coming into the city to bathe in the natural hot springs? I hope you can hear the birds.
For a small market town, Buxton is surprisingly posh, like proper postcard material.
For a country that's going to shit, this is pretty fancy shit, if you ask me. I think the smell of the rotting leaves also adds to it a little bit. In some countries, when the leaves fall off, you get to walk in them and they get to go chick, 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 chick. Here, it's more like because it's so rainy. See? Rainy and murky. Squishy leaves.
The town is beautiful, and I wasn't sure what was waiting down the road, but I know water flows downhill, and that's usually where the story of a well starts.
I guess we're going into this Poole's Cavern. Cool. I hope it's a cave. I like caves.
I was so excited until I spotted all of these babushka lunch tables sitting outside the entrance.
Guys, what are we getting ourselves into? Okay, so apparently it's a cave. And I got a thing. But the cave tour isn't for a little bit. So I'm gonna go hike in these beautiful dead woodlands. Man, when I was coming up here, I had no idea what to expect. And this is pretty incredible. We can go on the stairs. Or on that. Let's go on the stairs. Why not?
Which was a great idea, until I remembered.
I'm getting over COVID. I feel very out of shape.
Scientists were right. 2025 is a strong flu season, but adventure doesn't wait.
Can you imagine coming up here? Posh Victorian, big poofy skirt, Victorian heels. I'm walking in Victorian heels.
In the 1800s, walking was a new pastime for Britain's elite. The working class walked out of necessity, but the rich did it for sport. And nothing says luxury like a bath in radioactive waters, followed by a gentle uphill stroll.
I found the tourists. Guys, they're up here. Do you see them? It's a pretty good place to be a tourist.
Quick backstory. I'd been chasing this huge tourist group throughout town for the last couple of hours.
We're chasing the tourists, but these tourists are ready for Mount Everest.
The Victorians hiked in corsets, and today's elite still do it in $1,000 Gore-Tex. Same heels, same vanity. Proof that tradition never dies.
Okay, we've now reached a precipice to contain sheep. But good thing I'm not a sheep. So, look at all these things. Guys, there's a pointy up there. And I think we're gonna have to go walk and explore it. Maybe this is like an old standing stone from Celtic times? I don't know.
You get voice over me because the wind was incredible. See, the Victorians stripped these hills for lime, just like we're stripping the Amazon for farmland. The wind kept the forest from returning, and the trees never came back. But hey, at least they built a tower to admire the damage.
Okay, the tourists are coming, so we must go up. Hello, doggy. Solomon's Temple was apparently built on top of a Neolithic gravesite. Now, in the Victorian ages, the posh Victorians needed somewhere to hike to. See, hiking just to hike wasn't so cool. So, a bunch of unemployed lime workers went and built a tower. Woohoo! Okay, we've reached the top of the pointy. On a clear day, we could just see, like, all around. The long line of tourists is down there. They're coming up to raid the castle. But it's mine. Let's go down. The slippery stairs. It's so fascinating how today we have all these little pop-up things for Instagram and for TikTok. Back in Victorian ages, they built the tower. I love it. One thing I don't understand. Oh, why is she wet? Have you guys subscribed? Please subscribe because I just put my hand in wetness. Ew. Hi, you want to be in the vlog? Hello? Hi, doggy number 2. Ah! Ready? Go get it. Okay, now both hands are equally gross. One hand with dog slobber, the other hand with woman hair slobber. Okay, now I think it's finally time for me to go in the caves. And there's a pretty cool story about how these caves started originally to poison the town.
Around 350 million years ago, the British Isles sat near the equator, a warm tropical sea full of strange plants and coral.
We're probably going into a tropical sea forest.
Over time, all of that life compressed into limestone. Fast forward through a couple of continental shifts and ice ages, and what's left is this.
Fossil.
A cave carved by water and time. Fossils, bones, and even the occasional unlucky human have been found here.
Have you subscribed?
And because these ancient limestones carry trace minerals that give off natural radiation, it's understandable that this could be the source of the town's famous radium-rich water.
Guys, there's lots of bugs here. Look at this.
Like me, these bugs are caught in a babushka tourist trap. They follow people in and can't find their way out. The river that you hear running in the background is actually part of the same system that feeds Buxton's famous springs. It's loud, beautiful, and unlike my mic, actually working. So enjoy some cave shots while I survive a tour that really didn't need a full hour.
And we're finally out. No, I don't think this town is dying of radiation poisoning, but I do think that they may be dying of boredom. And there was not 70 minutes worth of content in there. She just kept repeating herself. But that's good if you don't have a good memory. Oh guys, look, a sheep. Sheep in the tree.
I keep hoping for a baller babushka tour one day that delivers. But before I go, there's one more thing I want to do. A stroll through the Victorian gardens.
I've decided that I need some sort of automation in my life every time I have the great idea to do a babushka tour. I just need to sound an alarm for me. No, bad idea, bad idea. But you know what's a good idea? This park. Look at all these cool things. Like this here is not a lake. It's part of the river system coming from the cave. So even this water, has traces of the radium. I got off the train this morning. I saw this beautiful building.
Back in 1871, this conservatory was a Victorian winter garden. All glass, exotic plants, and quiet promenades for the wealthy.
It's so warm.
Today, the winter gardens have been scaled down a bit, but you can still see remnants of the past life the elite love to partake in.
How's it going? Are you eating the wall? The fish is trying to escape. Well, good luck. Guys, I see a mini train. Now you can see the tracks down here, right? Train!
Miniature trains are everywhere in Britain, courtesy of the Victorians, still running thanks to the volunteers, because simple joy and engineering pride never die.
And this reminds me, I should probably go off and find my train. Like, subscribe, and I'm sure I'll see you soon. Ciao. How cool is that? I don't think he feels like an interview right now.